Hi y'all, it's Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wings, and believe it or not, we are going to take a little diversion away from the 6x6 paper pads for a little bit, and we're going to work with using up some book pages. So, uh, where's my little thing? I do not know of what, oh, here they are. Here are these are two little, they're little tri-pockets, fold-out pockets. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. But they fold out. So you have a little pocket here with a little tag underneath. Open this up. Here's a little funky tag that I made specifically to fit this pocket. Put that down in there. I kind of decorated this with some of my dark Gothic paper so we can be a little dark today. Then we have a little tag right here in this one. Uh-oh, got it stuck in with our clip here. So we have another little tag. All of this came from the same paper pack. And then you turn it over and there's another pocket on the back with another little tag for us to write on. There we go. And then this will be used to clip into your book page. So you have your book page in here, and you can take this and clip it into your book page like that. And then I have a little dangle with a little skull because it is dark and Gothic. And then I have my little gold dragonfly on here too, because we always need little dragonfly. And so you can put that on there. And then down inside here is another tag. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags on this little, just one little pocket thing here. So there we go. That's what we're going to make today. And it is made out of book pages. This one I covered with paper, but it's still made with a book page. I don't guess you can see it. This one I made with a book page, and I didn't put paper on top of it. I did go back and put some washi tape along the seams because I found with this one, it kind of tears right here because it's opened and closed so much. So I think this little seam right here, if it just being a piece of book page, I just don't think it's strong enough. So my suggestion is that you use some washi tape or something else to kind of reinforce this seam particularly. This seam is sewn down. I mean, it's glued down because that's what makes our back pocket back here. Well, yep. Oh, it's because I've got it bulldog clipped in. And so you can pull this out, but this side does not open. It's glued down. But this one gets a lot of wear and tear, and you can tell that it's already kind of tearing. So I think I'm either going to have to go back and reinforce that or redo it or do something because it's not going to last very long. Of course, if I tear this off, this would make a cute little pocket just by itself. So I'm not going to throw it away or anything. But after practicing with it, I think that's probably not the best sturdy thing for a junk journal. So I recommend. So on this one, I did put some washi tape here so that seam, and I just put it on all of the seams because I wanted them to match. No big deal. And it really doesn't matter, but that's what I did for that. And then same thing, we have a little tag here, tag, 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 and then a tag in the back. And I put this one in with a big gold clip, paper clip, that could be just paper clipped into your journal. So, because we don't want to glue this back down here or we lose our pocket. So, if you decide you do want to do that, don't decorate the back of this and don't put your pocket on here. Be fine. So, alrighty. Oh, I lost my little cemetery there. Put you back in there. All right, so let's make one of these. Now, like I said, I am going to use the washi tape and everything. I'm probably just going to make one of these simply because of time. I don't want the video to be us still having breakfast in the morning watching this video. So here's my page. Have a book page. Newer book pages also might not be quite as fragile as the ones that I'm using here. So you might just keep that in mind, whatever you want to do, if you choose to use book pages. So this book page is a little over 9, about maybe 9 1/8 by 5 3/4. And I cut this down because when I pulled it out of the book, it had a little raw edge there, and I didn't want that. So I cut it down, and we're going to lay our page this way with the bigger seam down here. Okay? So 9 1/8 by 5 3/4. And we're going to take, you can take whichever side you want. It doesn't matter. You can use this side or you can use this side. It's up to you. I'm just using this side because I have a plan to decorate this and it won't be quite so white. Y'all know I don't like white blank paper. It's kind of frightening to me. So, all right, so we're going to take this and we're going to just eyeball it, and we're going to fold this up about 1 1/4 inches. And you can measure that here on your board if you have a board like this, and just put it down here, and that's more or less 1 1/4 inches. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It doesn't matter. We're going to fold it up, and this is going to become our pockets. Now, the page is 9 1/8, but we need a little bit of extra space here because of the folding panel here. We need a little bit more room. We don't want everything to go right up to that seam, or it's going to get bulky and even more stressful on it. So we're going to add that extra space over here. So I'm going to put this right here, on my paper, and I'm going to try to find a pencil. I see lots of pens. There's a pencil. I don't even really need a pencil. I just need my ruler. Dup-a-dee-doo, dup-a-dee-doo. All right, I'm going to count in 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put my ruler right here. Fold this up and kind of make a crease. And then I can fold that on over and even up the sides. Okay? We're going to make it about that wide. Now then, we're going to take this side and fold it right up to the edge. Right up to the edge. And crease it down. That, hopefully, is going to give us, if you see here, it's kind of hard to see on this because it isn't inked, but here's the edge of our page. Let me fold it back this way and you can kind of see. This is where the little seam is, and we've got that page up that close, but it's not in the seam, because then you're going to add this page plus the pocket plus a pocket plus a page plus a tack, all right there on that seam. It's going to make it even more stressful for the seam. All right, so we've got that pretty well folded out. Fold this back down. We're going to get our washi tape. And I was kind of doing this particular book with kind of a book library theme. And so thanks to my Cora Create Crafts subscription boxes, she had one out here a few months ago on books, vintage stores and bookstores or something. I don't remember. But anyway, I got some really cool library type washi tape. Is that not cool? So I'm going to use this on here. I'm going to try real hard not to get it down in the pocket because I don't want it down there. But I'm going to get it on this seam and on this seam just so it will match. This is the seam that really needs the extra reinforcement. So I have a little piece here. I'm going to cut it off even so that I have a better chance of making it even. You notice I didn't say a perfect chance, but there we go. All right, so we're going to get our art glitter glue. You can use any kind of glue that you want. And I have my little seam here. I'm not going to ink it, but I'm going to put some glue on here right down the center of this. I can always add a little more glue if I need to in a minute, because this washi is a little bit wider than usual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my washi and fold it in half. And then I'm going to try to position this little corner with the straight edge right up in that little corner right there. Take my glasses off so I can make sure. I am filming this at night and it's raining outside, so we're just going to hope this works. Well, it does if you can hold on to it. Put it right in that corner and lay it down, and then you can fold it on over. And that should be more or less half. It's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. And then get your little bone folder, and I'm going to run this down because there is glue under there. And I want to make sure that that glue spreads, but I also want to make sure that I have a chance to wipe it up if it kind of runs over a little bit. All right, so we have that one. Going to get us another little piece of our washi. Make sure it's long enough. It's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be measured. I just want to make sure that it's long enough to fit from here up to here. I'm going to apply some more glue. There, yeah. And fold our washi in half. Now, if it's directional, make sure you keep up with which direction is top. Otherwise, it might look funny when you get it in there because your words might be upside down. Then we're going to take this one and put it right here in this corner. More or less along the line. Fold it over, and it should be more or less halfway. Hopefully. Close that down. So, see, I have both times I had a little bit of seepage down here on the bottom, and I don't want that to glue my pocket together in a minute. All right, so I am, just for aesthetics, I am going to put washi on the back seam. And this one's a little harder to see because I've already put the washi tape on it, so I'm going to fold it up just a little bit. Get me another piece of washi. Make sure that it fits. More glue. And this one will be a little bit easier to lay because you've already got this one on here. So that already kind of tells you. All you have to do is make sure you get this one down in the corner. So we're going to fold it in half again, put it in that little corner, lay it down, see that it kind of matches up with this side. There we go. Lay it down. And we did it. Okay, so we're going to pull that out, put the seepage up that way a little bit. I did go a little bit over the line here, but that's okay. That's okay. No big deal. We're not going to panic. We don't panic. We just back up, readjust, and hit it again. There we go. Okay, so let's do this last side and then we'll be ready to proceed on. This is just the hardest part, and you know, you make the decision whether you want to do this part or not, but I really think that the book pages are just not strong enough to withstand that wear and tear over time. So the washi just helps strengthen that seam a little bit and make it a little stronger. Oops, got off just a little bit on that one. So was able to grab it before it sucked into the glue. It's kind of hard to do this when you have glue on your fingers and glue on your paper and glue everywhere else. Come on, let go. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for you to grab it yet. Okay, one more time. We're going to hit right there and right there. And we got it. Okay. Now we'll spread this out a little bit. Make sure that is good and firm. And we'll turn this over and we're just going to clip this off, even with the page. And now we have our page seams reinforced. On this one, I'm not going to worry about putting it out here on the side, simply because it's so wide. I think that it will be fine and dandy. Okay, so now we have our 3 pages. I'm going to go back and fold that again, because now that that washi tape has been put on there, it's a little stiffer. So we want to train it to do what we want it to do, not what it wants to do. So let's get you back over here. And if it doesn't match up, that's fine. We don't care. Okay, so it's going to stick out just a little bit here. No biggie deal. No biggie deal. But we've got this laid down, and I think if we pull it back a little bit, I think I pushed that one a little too far. Okay, so now we're going to open this back up. We're going to open up our little, this is going to be the flaps for our pockets on the inside of this little to-do. And what I'm going to do is fold it in and fold it in again, and then I'm going to miter all of these sides slightly, very slightly. But I don't want all that bulk right there on those seams. So I'm just going to kind of miter them very slightly. You can see just a little bitty piece. We'll open it back up. Now, if you want to ink, now is the time to ink. I think because I've inked some others, I'm not going to ink this one. That is very hard for me because, oh, this one kind of got cattywampus. Let's do him again. Do a little shorter one. So, all right. Okay, now then we're going to take this center piece right here and we're going to put a thumb hole in it. And we're going to put a thumb hole in the center, if we can find the center. There we go. That was a rather big one, and it's definitely off center, but there we go. And the rain dripping off of the roof. Now, we have this. This is our front panel. This is our middle panel with the thumb notch. This is the back page, and we're going to take this one and fold it back this way. Okay? Fold it back this way. And we're going to make sure that it lines up. And then I want to take this part right here. That's going to show in our thumbnail. You can see right there. So I'm going to take my ink and just kind of darken this just a little bit so that that white isn't showing. So now when we fold that, we've got our thumbnail is kind of brown. So that, and that's kind of cool. Okay? So we're going to fold it back this way, and we're going to take this top corner and pull it down here. Really pretty much wherever you want to put it. Since I've put the washi tape on there, I kind of like the washi tape to show there, so I move it in a little bit. Doesn't matter. You can't, now you can make a choice. You can glue this entire panel here down and have it there just for decoration. You can run a bead of glue right down the center of this, fold it down, and have a pocket here and a pocket here. Okay? And if you want, or then you could either close off this one and have a pocket or close off this one and have a pocket. On those, I closed off this side and put a pocket right here. But I think on this one, I'm going to do it right down the middle, and we're going to have two little pockets. Just because. Just because we can. I'm going to glue that right there. I'm going to hold it a little bit of an extra minute just because I'm gluing this piece of paper to the top of this washi tape. So it needs a little bit more encouragement to go that way. Alrighty. Everything's still a little bit wet. I really need time to have all this dry, but I don't have that. So, okay. So now we're going to take our little pocket, since we aren't going to ink. I don't know. What do you think? I think we need to ink. I think we need to ink the tops of these just because I don't think I've ever made anything that I didn't ink. So I think we need to ink just because. So I'm going to ink this just real quickly. Ink around and around, and I wish y'all were here to smell this wonderful air that we've got from the rain. I know I have an ink pad here somewhere. My husband and I are originally from Texas and moved away to Colorado for a while, and about 20 years, until we just got to where we couldn't deal with the snow anymore. We were just too old and getting too feeble to be able to shovel the snow and stuff. So we needed to move back to Texas to help with family and that kind of thing. And so, but while we were there, of course, most people or not most, but most people where we lived, I can't say that's true in Colorado. Lots of people in Denver have air conditioning, but most of the people where we were did not. And, you know, you just opened your windows and let the awesome, wonderful air just blow through, and it was just awesome. I'm going to kind of dingy these pages up a little bit. Just because, you know, I don't like the white paper. I'll do that on the back as well. Can't remember which of these I'm supposed to ink and which ones I'm not, so I'll just ink them all. All right, so now we're going to take our little pockets here, and we are going to glue them down just on these mitered sides, and we're going to put them all up for right now. I'm going to fold this one up. And we're going to fold this one up. It isn't tricky yet. Alrighty. There we go. Now we have one little pocket, two little pockets, and three little pockets. We need to take this page on the far right and fold it back. We've inked our thumb hole. We're going to open this up and glue right down this side. And we probably want to glue on the bottom, otherwise our tag is going to fall through. We don't want any falling through tags. Okay, so we're just going to glue that down really quickly. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Now then, we've got to decide what we're going to do about these down here. And I had some from my Cora Creates thing. I got this beautiful washi tape that is bookstores and cool buildings, and oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. And so I thought maybe I might put that down here on each of these pockets. If I can do that without making a mess. Okay, and then I'm just going to, hopefully, well, I guess I could just cut it off at the bottom. I don't think that would matter. I don't think that would matter at all. It's not going to have an influence on the pocket or the thing at all, and it shows the whole thing. So there we go. So we're going to take that one. Oh, I think I've got something haywire going on here with my roll. I don't know. Oh my. Okay. I don't know why that happened, but I'm going to put I think I'm going to put this one right here. And we'll put it right up here at the top. There we go. Fold that right down there. And we'll turn it over and cut it from this side this time. And maybe that will help a little bit. I don't know, because I'm not real sure what I did. But okay, we have one there and one there. We're going to put it on the back. Remember, this is our back. And we're going to put another one right here. Oh, got a little bit of that other one on here, so let me trim this really quickly. There we go. And we'll put that pretty much right here in the middle. Okay. And turn it over and cut that off. Anyway, back to my Colorado story. My husband and I really got used to keeping our windows open and smelling the fresh air. Oh my gosh, there's nothing better than fresh air after a rain. It's just phenomenal. And so when we moved back to Texas, of course, you can't live in Texas without an air conditioner because you get 3-digit weather, and I mean like anywhere from 110 to 115. So we're talking a little warm. But every chance we get, we open our windows and our doors and we let the air blow through. And our family and friends think we're nuts, but oh, it just smells so wonderful. And I am going to have a little bit of a problem with this one here. Oh, that's not sticking very good. Maybe I should have glued that. I think I shall. Because that came off just real easy. So I think I will go back and glue this on this. I thought surely on this old book page it would stick pretty well, but doesn't seem to be doing that. So I'm going to come in and put a little glue on it. Scoot it down a little bit. Burnish this a little. And I can trim that. It's just ever so slightly a little long. Well, goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. And I think maybe I ought to go back and put some glue on these, do you think? I don't know. Yep, that comes up pretty easy, so we're going to put some glue under here as well, just to be on the safe side. I don't know if this is something unique to pet tape. I haven't used this stuff very much and don't have a lot of it, simply because it's kind of expensive. And I have a basket full of washi tape that I have to use before I can buy anything else. I've made a deal with myself. Okay, so we'll just glue that right back down there, and hopefully that will work and be just fine to hold that down. I'm glad I saw that and that it, okay, so there we go. We have those, and we have that done. So now it's time to do our pockets. And I found these little library cards. I thought, oh, how cute. So I thought these would fit right in here real cute. I think they will fit. If not, we'll trim them down a little bit. That one fits. May have to trim it down a little bit because it covers up our thumb hole, and nobody would know it was there. So let me just trim that down just a little bit. Let's see if that's enough. Yeah, that at least shows the thumb hole. So that'll work. Let me go ahead. I don't guess we have to do that on this back one because we don't have to see the thumb hole, so it can be a little bigger. All right, so we're going to put these in here. We're going to ink around the edges. You could round the corners if you want, or if you wanted to put a fancy little edging on it or something, that would be fine. I'm just going to leave these square because the pocket itself is square. Now on one of the others that I did, this one right here, see, I put a cute little edging on it, corner rounder, and did that. You can certainly do that as well with this. But that is entirely up to you to do however you want to do. And you know, I don't like white, so I'm going to kind of dirty it up a little bit. Put this back here, and we have a pocket. Well, we have a tag in our pocket. Now we'll come back over here, and I cut one down, this one. And so let's put it in here before I forget what I did with that. And get this one ready to go. These would be super, super easy to make as a mass make. Just make all of these little folders, and then you could make tags and things based on the themes of your journal or whatever you wanted to do when it comes time to use them. But then the hard part would be done because the pocket is already made. And then there we have that one. Now then, that's cool. Now we've got this little funky thing here. And it's difficult. It drives me nuts. And this one, well, looks like we may not have to worry about it because it looks like I glued the dang thing shut. Nope, but it is a little narrow. So, of course, that one's still wet from the glue. I'm going to have to cut that one down anyway. But if I cut it and cut it across this way, we still have the cool stuff on it, like the journaling card. But I can't use the top of it because then because you know, it's going to cut off. If it was on the other side, it would work, but not this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down on the side just a little bit to make it a little narrower to go in that pocket a little better. Let's make sure that's going to slide down in there, and it will. Okay, so I've got it pushed all the way in. Now then, I need to have more space. Put that over there, and that is going to fall in a minute, and stuff's going to go everywhere, and I'm going to scream. But we're going to put a little mark right there, and a little mark right there. And yay, no mess. I'm going to put this over here and cut it at an angle. Save that little piece. So we have this little piece here. Now my husband and I were going to have date night tonight, and then this storm rolled in, and when we moved back to Texas, we sold our house and everything in Colorado and bought a house here on the river and love it. We bought a Mustang GT, and we're both very protective of this little car. And it's really weird because we've never been this way. All right, now see, that's going to fit right in there and go right with the slope of our pocket. There we go. Ha ha ha. Now you could, I don't think this is going the wrong direction. You could put it on here sideways if that doesn't bother you. And it really doesn't bother me, and it perfectly fits on here. So I think I'm going to put that on the top of our pocket. Anyway, he came in a while ago and he said, there's a storm coming. I think maybe we need to postpone our date night because it's supposed to hail and I don't want the car to get hailed on. And I went, oh my gosh, no, we don't want the car to get hailed on. We'll give up date night. So we had a frozen pizza out of the refrigerator instead of getting to go to date night because we wanted to protect our car from the rain and the hail. Now, is that crazy? Is that crazy? I think that's crazy. But there you go. That's just the way we are. So we're both very protective of this little car. Now, the good thing about using this Fabri-Tac glue is it does give you just a little bit of a minute to move it around till you get it even. Okay? Then we have this and we have this. And we've got to put something down here. So, what about another bookstore? And we could use the whole bookstore maybe on this one if I can figure out how to open it. All right, let's see what we have here. And we do, if we cut this off right here, except I just cut off my piece I was using. Oh well. Now let's see if that is going to fit right there just perfect. And that is in Bath. I have no idea. I don't know what that says. I think it must be a different language. But that's okay. We're not going to be reading what's on our pockets. But I am going to fold this back up. Now, where did that little piece of tape go? It fell down there. I'll have to find it in a minute. Okay, now this time, we're going to pull this off of here. Sure we are. We are going to pull it off. And we are going to put glue on this. Because we do not want it coming off. Okay. And we will put that right there. Now that is awesome. That is awesome. Get our glue wiped away. And we have a couple of, let's see what kind of tickets we have in here. And wonder if we have anything library related. Well, there's the Daily Graphic. That could work. Oh, St. Louis Mercantile Library. There we go. We must be living right today. So we've got that one. And where was that other one? This one right here. It'd be nice if I could use these in the order that are printed on here, but you know, it just never seems to work out that way. So, okay, we'll put this one, ink it up just a little bit, like we did our other tags. Dirty it up just a little bit on the back. And we're going to slide you in right there. Then we're going to get this little guy. And we're going to ink him up. Ink the back. Dirty him up a little bit. And we'll put him right in there. Okay, that's cute, cute, cute. Put all this back in here. And you we could put 2 or 3. We could put another one in there if we needed to. Let's see what else we have, if we have anything else. Don't really see anything library related. Although that one's kind of cool. It's just some script. Put that one in there. Put you back up there. And we'll ink you up. Forgot what I was doing. Ink around the edge. Ink around the edge. And we'll put you right down in there. So we'll have 2. That's kind of cool. Okay, so now we have our front. We have our tags with our bookstore. Another tag. Another tag. Another tag. Cool. Now then, I may need another tag. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a little piece of this right here. So we're going to have to make one for back here. And let's cut that just a little bit. And we could make it tall if we need to. I mean, we could put it down in here and have it be this tall. That would be fine. That would be cool. I think what might be cool is if we put a row of our bookstores on here. I wonder how many we can get. Well, we could get 2.5 there if we cut him off. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this one off. And we're going to cut this top one off because he's too big and I don't want to waste him and cut it in half. So I'm going to put him back on that roll in a minute when I find a little piece of tape. And then we've got that pulled off. And we're going to put some glue. Don't really know how to put glue on there yet. So we're just going to do our best and put it on this piece of tape and hope that's enough to hold it on. And I think it will. And then we'll center this. There we go. Spread that out. Smooth that glue around. There we go. Now that is cute. But I think even though the others weren't, I think I'm going to round the edges on this one. Just because I think it makes it look a little better when it's sticking out of the pocket. And I'm going to also cut it on the bottom, simply because it helps it go down into the pocket a little better, I think. Probably doesn't really, but it makes me think it does. And then we'll just ink around here. And we're going to have a beautiful little library tag to go in our library book. Oops. There we go. There we go. Dirty it up on the back a little bit. Put that on there. And we'll put this down. Isn't that beautiful washi tape? That is just so pretty. And that came in my Cora Create subscription box. So there you go. Check that out. You might find you need some. All right, so there we go. There's our little tag and our little pocket. And then I have a little charm here. If I can figure out. I think what I'm going to do is use one of those little bulldog clip things. So let me get one out of my drawer here. I didn't think about that ahead of time. But they're just right here, so I can grab one real quick. Because it has a little hole in it. And I can pull this up right up through that hole and clip it in. And then that way, sure I can. If I were going to for sure leave this, I would put just a little drop of glue in there just to hold that pin in there. But since I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with this yet, I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm going to use this as my little clip. And then we have a little side dangle on the side. And I put my little gold dragonfly on there too, so we could have him. We can't not have a dragonfly. So there we go. I hope that you enjoyed that. Like I said, I don't want to sit and make y'all have to go through all of this again, when really the only big difference is just gluing paper onto the fronts of these, and it's not a whole lot different than what I've already done here. And to be honest, I really like the ones that the book pages left showing anyway. So there you go. So there's our project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. Please plan on coming back to see the next one. I am planning on the next video being another book page use. So you want to come back and check on that and see what we're doing. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Who knows? I have no clue. Anyway, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our Pink Dragonfly Wings Creative Club group. And share the video with everybody you know. We need people. And if you have a few minutes, stop in at my my online store, www.pinkdragonflywings, all one word, a Z on the end of wings.com, and see what we have in there. You might find something you need. And there you go. So anyway, so until next time, you be creative. Bye-bye.